Hello, and welcome to Workforce Manager. Workforce Manager provides doForms customers with multiple options for viewing data. It provides a rich, map-based interface, including a scheduled reporting engine, charts and graphs, an activity view that allows you to see all incoming data as it is being received, and finally, a robust view management system that allows you to not only create your own data views, but save them. You can open views in multiple tabs in your browser, and you can even attach a chart to your view so it's available as soon as you open it. Views in Workforce Manager refresh automatically, creating the perfect dashboard for your office staff to monitor everything from a single desktop. This video will walk you through all aspects of the View Manager, from creating views to sharing them with your employees. So let's get started. Let's start with the basics. There are basically three parts to viewing your data. The first part involves getting your data from the cloud. Before you can use the local table manipulation functions of Workforce Manager, you must first tell Workforce Manager what data to bring down from the cloud. You do this by defining date ranges and other criteria used to identify the data you are interested in. Once you have defined your criteria, the system will automatically start downloading your data. Since most people need to see current data, the system starts populating the most current data. If you need all the data, you simply select all, and the rest of your data will be downloaded. doForms limits the initial load for performance reasons, but preloads data so that local sorting and filtering of the data is instantaneous. The second part involves working with local data that you have brought down from the cloud. Once your data populates the table, you can now start the process of creating your view, filtering data further, removing columns, and charting. The final part involves saving and using saved views. Workforce Manager allows a user to name and save views for future use. You can define your default view, and you can even share views with others if you have the proper permissions. The View Manager lets you see a list of all your views, making it easy to select the views or views you want to monitor. Remember, Workforce Manager screens automatically refresh as new data is available, so your views are always current. Now let's do a quick run-through of all of this in action. First, let's select your data for download. The system defaults to today. You can choose a different date or date range using the Start Date drop-down menu. There is also an option to configure the form status that you would like to display if you are dispatching forms to your users. You can choose forms with the status of pending or received, rejected, or completed, or just leave this at the default setting of all to see all records. I am now going to ask the system to download all records. If the dataset is large, you may see an option to load all records. This means the max limit was met for the initial download, but don't worry, clicking Load All Records will get the rest of your data. Use the wrench icon to further define your conditions. Here you can select fields from your form to further narrow down your search. You could ask the server to download all records where state equals Florida, for example. Once these conditions are applied, your data will start to populate. Now that your data is local to your machine, you can use the features below to perform a number of functions on your data. Let's start with fields. Fields allows you to select what form fields you would like displayed in your table. If you click to open this, you'll see a list displayed of all fields in your form. You can use the arrows to add or remove fields from your column view. If you'd like to look at the fields by data name versus the caption name of the field, check the box Data Names. Once you have selected the fields you would like to display in your data viewer, click OK. Filters. This allows you to filter the data that you have downloaded from the server. As I mentioned, we have queried the server to display all records collected for the state of Florida. Using the filter option, I can apply additional criteria, such as to only display records that contain last name Smith. This will display all records collected for the state of Florida that contain the last name of Smith. Remember, your filter only applies to the data that has been downloaded from the server based on the parameters chosen when you built the conditions of your form view, or up here when you queried with the wrench icon. Density. This allows you to change the width and spacing of the data table. You can also use your mouse to change the width of each field. You also can use your mouse to drag and drop fields to various locations. Import. This allows you to import data using a spreadsheet. Export. This allows you to export data into a spreadsheet. Please note, you will export data as it appears in your form viewer. Make sure all data you want exported into your spreadsheet is selected in the columns view. Refresh. This refreshes your view to check for recent submissions. Add. This allows you to add a new record of the selected form. Send. This allows you to send the selected form to a user. Save. This allows a user to save the settings that they have configured as a personal or shared view. This is very helpful when you have set up the data exactly the way you want it displayed, so you can save the settings you have applied. Chart. This feature allows you to build charts of the data collected in the selected form. You can choose from a variety of chart types, including line, bar, pie, and scatter plot charts. By selecting form fields, you can create charts to display your data in a graphical manner. Clicking on this feature launches a chart builder tool that walks you through creating the charts. From there, you can save the charts created, and they will update in real time as data is collected. Lastly, the expand icon here allows you to go into full screen mode, which is a useful full screen view of all your data. The View Manager and configuration options in Workforce Manager are a very valuable and powerful tool to create the operational dashboards your business and specific business role needs. If you have any questions about creating views in Workforce Manager, please call us at 855-doForms or email us at support@doforms.com. We are always here to help. Thank you for watching.